Let's open the Terra Prime weapons locker.
Weapons Locker. Greetings! Welcome to the Terra Prime Weapons Locker. I'm here with Aaron of Solo's Hold. He is here to reveal to us the brand new Ventress hilt. Custom, one-off.
I'll explain on it. Basically, this saber starts life as a block of billet aluminum, about yay big, and it is meticulously CNC'd out of this whole half right here. The emitter is one section, and one half of the saber is one section, and it's almost like a clamshell that goes together. This piece is also machined, and the pommel goes on. So it's a removable pommel. Take the cover tech off, remove the pommel, and it's got the integrated recharge port, and all that comes out. The speaker comes out, and then you can access whatever you want. Pull this plate off with one simple screw. You can install all the electronics. The blade socket is almost 2 inches deep. It's got a short heat sink module, and then all of the wires. It comes with you can get the chassis. It's optional. I would recommend it to install this stuff. Tiny little tactile switches here and there.
If it isn't Skywalker's filthy, obnoxious little pet.
There you go.
How predictable.
So it's all 4 and 3-axis machine. It's a lot of hours going into this, and trying to make it as strong as possible.
Yeah, we'll give you a nice close-up look at it here. Now, as a saber combat enthusiast, I'm going to give my impressions of this thing here. And I can tell you just from holding it, it's an incredible hilt. It's very light, but not too light. You want something that's substantial. Where you're going to grip it, if we're going to grip it kind of like Asajj Ventress in the Clone Wars and stuff, which is right about here, showing this, the balance point is right about there. So that brings that balance point right where we want it for saber combat, right? The curve is very nice, extremely comfortable. I'm gonna have to say, most of the other curved sabers that I've seen, the curve is kind of like an add-on. It's like a tail, right? Which ends up just kind of getting in the way. Even with something as nice as the Bad Axe, where you have a very large straight shaft and then a curve at the end. Here, the actual handle is curved, so you're actually getting some of that curved feeling, right? Which you don't necessarily get in the other thing. Now, this is something that most people wouldn't think about if they're not into swords and stuff like that. But the shape of this handle, if you can see, it's actually squared, okay? It's not cylindrical. And this is really important for people who play with real swords, because our handles are not cylindrical, and they help us feel the weapon and what it's doing. So the fact that this has this kind of squared handle and still fits in the hand naturally is quite a feat, I would have to say. And I'm looking forward to getting to whack some stuff with it here. So yeah, so why don't we just go ahead and get to that. welcome back. I wanted to go over some of the details of the hilt here and some of the results of the testing that you just saw. Obviously, we went through the regular combat testing to see if it could live up to just the regular stuff that you'd go through, getting hit directly on the hilt, hitting gear, and of course fighting and seeing how it handled. Obviously, it did very, very well. If you can see here, there is a little bit of cosmetic damage here to the paint. Oh, here it is. And if you can see right here, there's just one little nick right there in the bevel of that kind of thing. Right there. Otherwise, we can see it's dulled up, maybe a little scratched up, but none the worse for wear. Still solid, no rattling, no shifting, no nothing. Feels like an actual piece here. Let me go ahead and put a blade in here and let you see what it's running. It is got a Crystal Focus 7 sound card in here. And I'll put the grade inch diameter there. Okay. And a Railmaster flat bass speaker. Cree XML, RGB, LED, and a Panasonic 3400 3.7 volt. Let me take the kill key out here. We can listen to it. It's extremely loud.
You've served your purpose.
Yeah, great sound font. Very, very clear, crisp. You can actually see the bass speaker right now. Maybe not on the camera, but anyway, it was sitting right behind there, so you're getting almost a full blast of sound there. Again, there's no perturbations in the hilt as you move it around, even with a big heavy grade blade in it. So let's fire it up.
If it isn't Skywalker's filthy, obnoxious little pet.
And there we go. And as you can see, it's crazy bright. Now, of course, the hilt itself is going to be, the run is for the hilt only, and people can put their own electronics into it. But this is what it's running with this, and you can see how it performs, and it's obviously very, very nice. The nice thing about it here is the buttons. I'll cover up the speaker so you can hear me a little bit better. And these two things right here, power and aux. If you're holding the saber, kind of the way that you would so it's extremely comfortable the way that you hold it. Once you find that little bump, just give it a little squeeze. Good sensitivity, everything there.
How predictable.
Okay, so that is the kind of electronic setup that we got here in this hilt. We can see that we've got separate pieces here and everything like that. Again, everything stays really, really tough and tight, and you can separately tighten all of these things down here too, so anything loosens up, I'm sure can be easily fixed. But the low profile of this is going to go right into the handling that I want to talk about. When you're using it, as you can see, hold it right about there. You can actually reduce the angle on your wrist a little bit. Depending on which finger you want to use your buttons with, you can actually move it even down further. All right. From a balance standpoint, heavy grade blade, puts it right about there. That's pretty good. Right there. Good and substantial. Very, very responsive. Again, the square, non-cylindrical handle. And these ornamentations here, these lines, which I always looked at on the cartoon as being would get in the way a lot. But actually, they provide a lot of feedback for your hand and for your hilt, and actually give you good grip so that you can even adjust your grip very much like that. So, combat worthy, duel worthy, you betcha. This thing will take a beating, and it is an extremely comfortable hilt. And as if you've watched any of our videos, I'm not a huge fan of the curved hilt. I don't, I prefer straight, kind of weapons. So this impresses me a lot. They're trying to get enough people to sign on for the run. It will be a small run, so if you want to get in on this, you're going to have to get on it pretty soon. So we will put the link in the description to all the information where you can sign up for it or get more information. Solos Hold. Also, we'll have a website, and we'll put that in there. So, from everybody here at Terra Prime, I want to thank Solos Hold for giving us another opportunity to test out something. And thank you all for watching. Have a safe one.